WVTT is the news station that brings you news and information that you can depend on. We are first, fast, and accurate, bringing you the only local television news in the Twin Tiers. WVTT, depend on it.
Hello, tonight of 27 degrees. It's going to be clear skies, and this weekend looks like we're going to have a warm-up. I'll have full weather details later on in the 6 o'clock report.
Now, WVTT.
Global News Update.
We have breaking news tonight. The United Nations has just released a statement saying that they are now considering Palestine a state. We will have more on this story as it becomes available. Make sure you check out our website and our Facebook and Twitter for all the latest breaking news that you can depend on. Again, our website, twintiersnews.com. The political upheaval in Egypt shows no signs of easing. Protests continued into the night in Cairo's Tahrir Square. Demonstrators are demanding President Mohamed Morsi rescind a decree extending his powers. The Muslim Brotherhood is planning nationwide rallies Saturday in support of Morsi and the decree. Egypt's highest appeals court suspended its work until the decree is rescinded. And in a surprise development, the council drafting a new constitution said its work was nearly complete. CNN's Reza Saya brings the latest report.
Another collision course is taking shape here in Egypt, where you have President Morsi and the Muslim Brotherhood on one side and opposition factions and the judiciary on another. And this time the issue at hand is Egypt's all-important new constitution. Remember, President Morsi wants this new constitution drafted as soon as possible. He says that's the best way to move democracy forward in Egypt. Several officials appointed to draft this constitution say the document could be written and approved by Thursday. That could spark a lot of anger in opposition factions. Here's why. Initially, a 100-member panel was appointed to draft this constitution, but the process has been tumultuous. There's been a lot of conflict. The panel is dominated by Islamists. Several liberal members have quit in protest. Some have sued to disband the panel and to start over. If this new constitution is drafted by this panel, as it stands now, it could certainly fuel the outrage in protesters that are gathered in Tahrir Square. In the meantime, in the coming days, Egypt's top courts could vote to dissolve this constitutional assembly. They could also vote on the constitutionality of Morsi's decrees. These would be direct challenges to the president's declarations. Finally, more protests scheduled in the coming days. Opposition factions are calling for another mass demonstration back here in Tahrir Square on Friday. The Muslim Brotherhood calling for their own mass demonstration on Saturday. Some of those Brotherhood demonstrations could take place here in Tahrir Square, according to a Muslim Brotherhood spokesperson, setting the stage for a potentially explosive day. Reza Saya, CNN, Cairo.
We have a winner. Lottery officials say 2 jackpot-winning tickets were sold in last night's multi-million-dollar Powerball jackpot. And even if you didn't win the big prize, maybe you're among the almost 9 million people who won something. Mary Ellen Hopkins has our story.
A few folks are waking up a lot richer today. 2 winning tickets for the record-breaking Powerball jackpot were sold, one in Arizona and one in Missouri. The second biggest jackpot in U.S. history had people going a bit crazy. They waited in long lines for a chance to cash in big time. They were dreaming big.
Daydreaming, drive dreaming, night dreaming, yes. 500 million is a lot of dreaming.
And seeing dollar signs.
$500 million, I have no idea. That's just way beyond my comprehension.
Take a trip down Myrtle Beach somewhere.
I have grandkids, so I'd make sure they got scholarships to college.
Everybody says, can you just imagine winning? And I say, yes, I can imagine it, and I imagine it all the time.
But not everyone caught the fever. Syndicated radio host and author Dave Ramsey prefers the old-fashioned way of building wealth.
Living frugally, working hard, coming up with an idea, going to work early, leaving late, saving money, not spending everything you make.
The odds of winning are about 1 in 175 million, but that didn't stop Mike Coppola from buying a ticket and thinking about what he'll do if his Powerball pipe dream becomes reality.
You got family, charity, quit my job.
Coppola says it was worth a shot because, after all, you can't win if you don't play. I'm Mary Ellen Hopkins reporting.
We've all heard that excess belly fat increases the risk for heart disease and diabetes. but new research finds it can also hurt your bones. Shelby Lynn has more in today's Health Minute.
More than 37 million American men are obese, and we've all heard about the health problems associated with carrying excess belly fat, including heart disease and diabetes. New research presented at a meeting of radiologists reveals that excess deep belly fat can also weaken men's bones. Researchers studied 35 obese men, taking images of their bones and noting where their body fat was distributed. Obese men whose fat settled as deep belly fat had weaker bones compared to obese men whose fat was distributed under their skin, and men with more muscle mass had stronger bones. There are simple actions men can take to fight the negative effects of deep belly fat. Topping the list is losing weight. Limit calorie intake and burn more calories by performing daily physical activity such as walking. It's also important to build more lean muscle mass. Working out with weights can help with this. The study showed that men with more muscle had stronger bones, plus lean muscle increases the burning power of your body's metabolism. For today's Health Minute, I'm Shelby Lynn.
Let's take a look now at WVTT's Wall Street Wrap-Up, brought to you by News Radio 96.7 WVTT. All stocks finished up. The Dow finished up 36 points. NASDAQ finished up 20 points, and the S&P, finished up 6 points. Sports and weather are next. You're not going to want to miss it. Keep it here on News Channel 25 WVTT.